let's do. Okay, so this topic is about because I think your wife would appreciate this topic. I am a pretty like angry driver at times, and I realize that it's really about certain things in driving that piss me off, and I realize I have some specific driving pet peeves, and I wanted to get to know your driving pet peeves because I'm sure that they exist, right? People have them. So do they? Do you think you could ever get over them? And what were some times where like this specific pet peeve just like ticked you off, right? And I don't mind going first. Like I was driving, and this is without fail. Like I am audible. Like even if I'm alone, when this happens, I will like just talk to myself or scream out loud. And it's when someone oh man, we don't even have to be in a busy intersection. I could have just gotten out the driveway and like right around the corner, like a minute away. Like if someone doesn't use their damn blinker. It's like, dude, I'm like, fuck. I'm so mad. I am so mad. It's like I don't know where you're going. I don't know what are you doing? Like you're just staring at me, and you potentially have the right of way, but I don't know if you're gonna make that right or not. So tell me. Right. Or I come up to a light, and this is very specific like to cities because they're so crammed. But you can either go straight or make a left, and sometimes there's enough space, just enough space to the right, where someone could potentially make a right, or get past a bunch of cars who are going to the left that don't have the right of way, that you would normally have to wait probably multiple lights for, unless you go all the way to the right and then you go forward, but immediately upon crossing the street, you're met with parked cars, so you have to scooch over to the left where the other cars were in lane, right? Yeah. So I come up to these lights, and like these people sit there. And then when the light turns green, they turn their blinker on. And I'm sitting there too stuck behind them or like squished between two cars. I can't move out of the way to go around them. That angers me, right? So like what I'll end up doing is going on the other side of them. But like the people who that happen to not have their blinker on and won't have their blinker on get pissed at me because they think I'm going to like go around them. I'm like, dude, I don't care. I don't know if you're one of those idiots who just doesn't have the blinker on right now. I'm not sitting behind you. If you don't have your blinker on, I'm going to let you go in front of me, but I'm not getting caught. Like, it gets me so mad. It gets me so mad. So anyway, that's one of my pet peeves.
I'm going to say one of my pet peeves is stopping at stop signs, like a four-way stop sign.
Yeah.
Like I stop first, you go. Like, it's not like, I don't know, like I'm people, like one of the people like wave you and stuff like that, but I don't know because I guess it's a sense of like it's gonna fuck up everything for everybody else. Like, okay, so you waved him along, but then you're gonna go, but then he was supposed to go, and it's just like that kind of pet peeve thing. Another thing is that we have another one. We have a shopping mall, right? And there's a two-way stop right here, right? And there's another stop right here, but nobody ever uses this stop coming this way. And this one comes right off the highway, right? So you come right off the highway, you don't have a stop sign. You're just going in, and then you can turn, right?
Okay.
There's no stop sign for you. So I have the right of way.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you keep going. The two people on this side will have to stop and everything like that. But people will keep going. They just keep going. And I was like, okay, I'll keep going. You know what I mean? And then they'll stop and they'll look at me like I'm crazy and everything. I'm like, I don't have a stop sign. Sorry, guys. You know what I mean? Like, it pisses me off too because like if they hit me, it's their fault. They should have stopped.
Yeah.
Like, so I was like, I don't have a stop sign. You know what I mean? I don't know what I'm talking about. And then and my other pet peeve is that same stop sign. I'll be at the stop, and the people that are coming in will stop. They'll stop, and I'm like, dude, you have the right of way. Just go. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah. And then it screws you up, and then maybe a pedestrian walks by, so you're both stopped, and then like you're like, dude, you just fucking go. Like,
it's ridiculous.
Yeah, dude, I can't stand that either.
I'm trying to think of what other pet peeve. I know Amber's pet peeves when she drives.
Yeah, what's that?
Everything.
Everything just pisses her off. Yeah. Yeah, the blinker stuff just gets me going, man. I can't even fathom it half the time. People going slow. Okay, so here's another thing: is people going slow in the left lane in the highway. Like, and there's two parts to this. Because there's the going slow, which is like, dude, stop being just a fucking moron. And then there's like the 3 to 5 car gap between you and the next car, especially when it's bumper to bumper traffic. have no
Yeah.
fucking patience for that, because there's no excuse for you to get up closer because everybody else is waiting in line to get up, man. Like, and
Yeah.
that can mean a difference between 5 minutes sometimes when all you have to do is get a couple cars closer to your exit. But you have some Yahoo in like a horrible like mid-90s Toyota, like just cruising 6 cars behind the
I'm
next
a
car.
mid
I'm like,
'90s Toyota.
well, you need to not get
Well,
that
late
car.
'90s Toyota.
Anyway, like just like some junker or whatever. I don't know. I don't know what I
Yeah,
was trying to say, but like, you know what I mean? Like, and they're just, I'm like, move up, man, move up, right? So there's that problem that I get pissed off about. And then the other thing I get pissed off about, like I was saying, is like when they're going slow in the left lane, so trucks, buses, just like any car going the exact speed limit, especially when the flow of traffic should be faster. If
Yeah.
I'm trying to get, I'm trying to get from point A to point B, and the freeway is deemed the fastest and most efficient, and
Yeah.
it would continue to be had it not be for these idiots who belong. Like, why are you? First of all, why are you in the left lane if you don't care about where you're going at the speed, right? So go in the middle lane. You don't have to go in the right lane where it's the slow lane. You go in the middle lane. Cars, buses, and trucks should absolutely follow this as well, right? All the cars who need to get around those need to go into the left lane is not for driving. The left lane is for speeding up and passing the person on your right. And I can't do that. I can't pass these people if I'm stuck behind an asshole who's going 60 miles on the dot, right? Or 65 on the dot, when the flow of traffic should be 70, 75. And it's ridiculous. There was actually a study that I was reading about. I wish I had the actual source, or I was listening to on NPR, about how this causes not only
Fight or
so
flight.
much unnecessary traffic, but it causes accidents because all the other cars are trying to use the system the way it was supposed to be used, which is to say pass cars. They end up passing on the right and left, and then that leads to swerving in between lanes, right? Because they can't do the thing that they want to do. Swerving in between lanes greatly increases the risk and chance of you being in an accident. So all these buses, all these trucks that are going in the left lane, slowing down traffic, causing other people to try to get around them. That's what's causing traffic jams, and that's what's causing accidents that cause traffic jams. So it just gets on my nerves. So when I see that, I'm just like, my mind is blown, and like, and then there's there's the unspoken rule that when someone is up your butt in the left lane,
Yeah.
you move. You move out of the way. You do not stay there.
Yeah.
You go into the next lane. I will flash my lights forever. I'll honk a little bit. I'm like, dude, get out of my way. I'm in
You're
the
gonna
lane.
get
You
shot,
need to
man.
move.
Some people.
Yeah. So like, people are like talking, maybe eating. I'm like, it's the left lane. Get out of the left lane.
I've done that before. I've tried to get out of the like left lane, and like I couldn't like at one point my car couldn't get like past like 60, and I was in the middle lane. And then we go on, like, I don't know, I forgot what I was doing, but I remember someone was like just riding my ass and everything, and then I got in the middle lane and he was riding my ass in the middle lane too. Like, I'm like, so what the hell is he doing?
Go to
Like,
the
is he
right
just
lane.
pissed off now?
I don't know.
Is he just pissed off now?
Maybe.
Like, the thing is, like, he immediately got
Some people-
behind me when I did.
So some people like to get behind, but if you were not the fastest car, like some people like to be fast but don't want to be the first car, so the cops get them. So they ride that ass. but like, God forbid, because
Maybe
like
that's what he was trying to do.
I've done this where like someone's riding me, I'm like, dude, I'm going like 10 over. You can have it, like, and then I let them have it, and then they go a lot slower, right?
Yeah,
They're
they go a
just
lot
they
slower,
they
yeah.
start to pull down. I'm like, what the? So I go back and left, and then they pull back up. I'm like, okay, I see what you're doing. And so like I end up either like peeling.
Not playing this game.
Yeah,
Not-
I find like a stretch that I know I can either see a cop from a mile away or whatever. I feel safe, and I'll pull a 90, like 95, and I'll just get so far ahead of them that I'm like, you're not gonna bother me no more.
Okay.
I'm out of here.
It's so weird though, like you put your body through that stress and everything, and then you're just like, because seriously, it really does. People say that they're in the fight or flight mode like all the time. Just like even with us playing video games, you know, we put ourselves on the stress levels. And
That's
stuff
what I was
like
gonna
that. So
say.
it's
Is
it's
that
unnecessary stress, man.
that's fair?
But I'm fine. Like I don't have road rage like that. You know, anymore. I get frustrated. Amber does, and it kind of gets me frustrated that she's getting frustrated. Because I'm like, babe, just don't worry about this. Like it really doesn't matter unless that guy's getting out of his car or something like that. You
It
know what I
feels
mean?
like it affects my driving experience to such a point that I need to like lash out.
But your driving experience is it really supposed to be that Just like
Well, driving
pleasant.
experience, whether it's supposed to be pleasure or like things are supposed to be going as they should, or I need to get somewhere, or like I need to get
That's
somewhere
where
in
it
a
is
certain
right
way,
there,
like
man. Things that you think you have expectations on what
right. That's
should
fair.
happen.
Yeah.
And if you don't have those expectations of what should happen or what the other person should do, I've learned that in retail. If you don't have any expectations on the other person, their actions and what they act like and what they're supposed to act like,
Yeah.
then you will have no problems at all.
I'll have to try
But
that. That's good
that's
advice.
all. But that's the only thing that I have problems in retail is I just don't like. You're being an asshole. You need to know you're being an asshole.
Yeah. But
So
if you're in a car alone, you have to worry about that. You can be an asshole.
yeah, you can be an asshole if you want to, unless you have somebody else in the car with you, like your son, who's gonna see that,
Yeah, that's a
see
really
what
good
dad's
point.
gonna be doing. So
Yeah.
like that's the thing,
I'll
and that's
definitely.
exactly what Amber does with the girls. Like
Oh man.
she shows she gets mad and everything, frustrated, and I see it in the girls like later on is that they get frustrated and mad at certain situations. And I'm sitting there thinking, where's that coming from? Oh yeah.
In the
So
car. You know what I was
yeah,
gonna say is that the car feels like the first form of like the internet, the anonymous, pissed off trolling, right? It's just like,
that's crazy.
cause like people like when you're in your car, which is funny because there's plenty of windows to see, but like,
It is trolling because people have bumper stickers like "Go ahead,
yeah,
ride my ass, pull my you're gonna ride my ass, pull my hair at least" or something like it's
yeah,
just trolling shit
Trump
like that.
2016, like trolling all over the
Yeah,
place.
yeah. Trump that bitch. Seen that before.
Oh
I
my
was like
God,
Hillary.
Jesus, that's terrible, and I'm not surprised
It
because
is.
you're in fucking Florida, but
Yeah.
like the fact that you feel safe in your car, it's somewhat anonymous, even though you have a license plate that has an ID on there that people can find, like, you know what I mean, and they can see your face. There is still a level of
Oh,
like, there's still a level of feeling safe enough to like flip someone off or like curve in front of them. You know what I mean?
not anymore, man. You flip anybody off, they'll fucking follow your ass.
Not if you're on the
Seriously.
highway.
Huh?
Not if you're on the highway.
Some people get really mad, dude.
Yeah.
I've seen like hours of 48 hours and everything. Remember, Cop Show's #1 fan, dude.
Yeah, that's true. You would know.
Nah, Amber knows. Amber knows. This is yeah, people get pissed off, road rage and everything. They'll follow your ass. Doesn't matter. I've had actually my pharmacist tell me something about that. Someone got road rage and everything and followed them.
Yeah.
And like she was afraid to go home. She had to make a couple of turns and everything, and eventually they stopped following her. Like,
I'll end on this story, which is very similar. Because that's exactly what just happened to me. And this is why I
yeah,
thought of this topic. I was coming into work, and I had already gone through the whole freeway pet peeve thing multiple times, right?
mhm,
And I come into the garage door. I give her my like, I don't even give her. I give the automated like card, so it like opens up the
yeah,
bracket or whatever, and I go through, and I'm immediately presented with, upon entering this garage, a white pickup truck just sitting there in front of me in such a way that I need to make a right. He's sitting in front of a bunch of parked cars. Just there's no even indication that the brakes are on. It look I don't even see like anybody in the driving seat. It looks like someone parked like an asshole. I gave it like a split second. I'm like, come on, and like I need to get around and make a right. And I was like, this is ridiculous. Immediately went around and like started going, and then I guess he saw me, gave me this like, and then started moving forward. And I was like, "Are you like?" And so I just went in the exit entrance because they're right next to each other, but the exit is a little
yeah.
bit further. Went right through the exit. I was like, "I'm not waiting on this guy." Went in, make a right. He honked. He's like, "Ah, asshole!" And I was like, "Whatever, man." Like I didn't care. Then I noticed he came in the same entrance way I went and was coming around as I parked. I was like, "Cool, this guy's gonna say something. Can't wait to hear it." And then so he came up. Right where I parked, and he's like, "Hey, asshole, why'd you like way to drive or something like that?" And I walked up, and I was like, "Excuse me?" And he was like, "You went like you were driving like right." He's this old guy. He's like in his like late 40s, 50s.
You whippersnapper.
Yeah, and he's like clearly like a man with his hands. Like he looked like a contract dude, to like builder or something like that. He's like, you just, you went right around me driving like an asshole. I go, first of all, you looked parked, and there was no lights on or anything. There's no blinker or indication to communicate to me what you were going to do and when you were going to do it. So I made the decision to like ride around you. He's like, well, I'm sorry, man. I guess I just don't know these like young idiots the way they drive. I was like, I'm sorry. Wait, what? You apologize to me and then you insult me in the same sentence? Like, how is that communication? He's like, well, I'm sorry, man. I just whatever. I'm old. I was like, are you high? Are you drunk? His eyes were glassy. He's like, no, man. I'm just old. I'm lost. I'm confused.
I'm lost. I'm
Yeah,
confused.
and I was like, well,
What?
get your shit together, man. I was like, he's like, well,
Dude,
you can get out of my way so I can drive. I was like, I
you,
am out of your way.
your face get together.
Yeah, he
Like,
was just like
that's
I swear to God, he was high. I swear he was
dude,
high.
that's so funny. That's so funny too because I got the one yesterday that kind of like because I usually don't get normal road rage, but we're pulling into Amscott, right, and we're going into this parking space, and it's got a car right here, and then the lady she just gets into her car, right, and she gets in her car, she has her door wide open, and she's sitting there just checking
Oh,
like her stuff and everything. I'm like, what's going on? You can clearly hear our car because our fan belt's not working,
yeah.
so she knows we're there. So I was like. So I was like, "What?" Amber's like, "What's going on?" She's like, "This is what frustrated me." I'm like, "This is frustrating me because she's being inconsiderate
Right.
at all. I know she hears us.
Yeah.
I know she hears us and everything." So I'm like, "Okay." I'm like, "Whatever. Park behind her." That's what I said. Park behind her. What? So Amber starts pulling out and he's getting ready to park behind her, and the lady looks around. She goes and like shuts her door. Like I'm like, "Yeah." Like what? You know what I mean? I was just
Yeah.
like, because I was honestly gonna say park behind her and just go inside.
Dude.
And I would sit here and deal with that. I would just say I was sitting here and deal with it. I'd be like, yeah, you're gonna be inconsiderate. I'll be inconsiderate.
Yeah, like, and that's the problem. And like, and the other issue is that when someone's inconsiderate, because this happens all the time, right? People are inconsiderate, but
Oh
we
yeah,
have
all
a
the
way
time.
to communicate with our voices, to be nice about recognizing that they're being, be like, excuse me, like, may I move around, like, around you? And they're like, oh yeah, of course. And I have no problem with that. But the only communicated device that we have on a car is a horn, and there's no way to make that horn not
No,
sound.
you can't make it like sound like tiny. You're
Right,
like,
right. That's what. Yeah, like
like,
it's and you meet. That's like GG. You could take that so
yeah.
many ways if you're in the
Oh
right
yeah.
mood, right? So it's just like,
Oh yeah. So it's like we couldn't honk our horn because one, it probably just scared the shit out of her, gave her a heart
right.
attack because it
eh,
was like the acoustics. It would have bounced off that wall, came back at her, hit her
right.
face,
And then there's
run around in her car. You know.
the level of entry to get
Oh
out
yeah.
of your car, walk around, talk to her, get back in your car, like, and wait for her to move. Like, it's absurd. So like there's just this like complete gap of communication that is needed to actually make these interactions a little bit less hostile.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think the only solution, we'll end on this. The only solution is automated cars.
It's the only solution.
I think that's the only solution.
Cause you can just have all the windows closed, dude. You could take a nap. You don't have to worry about anything. Just nothing.
That in a way to emote to other cars. Like, I want an emote panel, and this has to be obviously vetted to be safe, because if you're
They
driving, you
have
can't,
those
like,
though. They have those.
they have
Like an emo panel for your back window. Like yeah.
yeah,
Like you could type in whatever you want
no,
and
no,
it just
no.
has a message.
I don't
Oh,
want types.
and
I just
that's
want
fucking
symbols.
hilarious.
I want
Okay.
symbols, and I want a car to be able to directly talk to another car. Because, and I guess like CB radios are a thing, but like taillights, like the only way to do that is to like ride up to someone and be like, hey, taillight, you know what I mean? And there's no easy way to do, like, but I want someone to be like, hey, your taillight's out. Hey, your taillight. I'd be like, cool. Like, obviously that would get annoying if you got it every 5 fucking seconds, but like there could
Yeah.
be a way to even just say, hey, I know my taillight's out. I
Yeah.
don't know, like, I don't know, or like move over, or I'm trying to get over in the left lane, or like, you know, some kind of like symbol, so
Yeah.
people, there's a way to communicate at least better. I don't. That's ridiculous. We'll never do it, but hopefully, somewhere in the future, we don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Let's go on to
Maybe
the
we
next
can
topic.
talk about that subject later or something like the expectations of people that we have of people that
Yeah,
frustrate us.
that would be a really good topic.
Yeah.
Let's write that down.